The Formula One world has been buzzing after the Mexican Grand Prix. Once again, Max Verstappen has chipped away at the World Championship gap. Not by much, but enough to keep his hopes alive. Starting from fifth on the grid and climbing to third, Verstappen didn't just gain positions. He reignited the whispers of a potential comeback. The Dutchman now trails Lando Norris by 36 points, with the McLaren camp holding both first and second in the standings. But if F1 history has taught us anything, it's that Verstappen doesn't give up when the odds are stacked against him. Behind the scenes, Red Bull's late-season surge has left the paddock stunned. While most teams have already shifted focus to the 2026 regulation overhaul, Red Bull has done the opposite, pushing upgrades deep into the final stretch of the season. For many, it's déjà vu. We've seen this movie before. 2021, a nail-biting title race, and a champion who emerged from the chaos on the very last lap. Could Red Bull be writing that story again? Stay with us, because this video will break down why Verstappen's championship dream might not be over, and why you'll want to subscribe if you don't want to miss how this incredible battle unfolds. Max Verstappen's podium finish in Mexico wasn't just another third place, it was a statement. Against all odds, the Dutchman has managed to cut his championship deficit once again, closing the gap to 36 points. Since the Dutch Grand Prix, he's clawed back 68 points piece by piece, keeping the fight alive in what many thought was a McLaren-dominated season. But while Verstappen is inching closer to the top, he remains brutally honest about his situation. Everything needs to go perfect to win, he told reporters. That's the mindset of a man who knows perfection isn't optional, it's survival. Verstappen's Mexico weekend revealed both his strength and Red Bull's current limitations. Starting from fifth and finishing third, he demonstrated clinical race management, but the result also showed how much Red Bull is struggling with consistency. The RB21, once the class of the field, is no longer unbeatable. High-altitude circuits like Mexico expose the car's weaknesses, especially in cooling and overall aerodynamic balance. Verstappen's fight with Charles Leclerc for second place was promising until a late virtual safety car ended his charge. Still, his composure and ability to salvage crucial points may prove decisive as the championship enters its final stretch. Red Bull's late-season decision-making has also turned heads across the paddock. While most teams, McLaren, Ferrari and Mercedes included, have largely halted development to focus on 2026's massive regulation overhaul, Red Bull has taken a very different approach. In Mexico, they rolled out a 4-part upgrade package, updates to the floor, engine cover, edge wing, and front corner. At first glance, it seems counterintuitive. Why pour resources into a car that has only a handful of races left before a complete redesign? Team principal Laurent Mekies explained the reasoning for Red Bull. This isn't just about 2025, it's about mastering their processes ahead of Formula One's next great transformation. If we turn the page while being unhappy about this car, we'll go into 2026 with question marks, Mekies said. The upgrades are as much about internal learning as on-track speed. The team wants to understand every variable that's holding the RB21 back, ensuring their engineering pipeline, from simulation to wind tunnel to race execution, remains the best in the sport. In a way, Red Bull's current battle is a live experiment, one that could define their future dominance. And this strategy feels familiar. Red Bull has been here before. In 2021, they continued upgrading late into the season to give Verstappen the tools to fight Lewis Hamilton. Many thought it would compromise their 2022 performance under the new ground effect rules, but the opposite happened. They crushed the field, winning both titles with ease. That year, they proved that late-season development, when done with precision and purpose, can strengthen a team rather than weaken it. The message now is clear. Red Bull believes history can repeat itself. Still, Verstappen's road to another title is steep. With just a few races remaining, he needs to outscore both McLaren drivers by an average of 9 points per round to draw level. It's an uphill climb, especially with two McLarens firing on all cylinders. Lando Norris has 6 wins, Oscar Piastri has 7, while Verstappen sits on 5. Even if he draws level on points, the countback system favours McLaren. To win, Verstappen must do more than just score consistently. He must win races, dominate sprints, and hope McLaren stumble. The psychological side of this battle is just as fascinating. Within McLaren, tension is quietly growing. Norris and Piastri are now separated by a single point, teammates on paper, but rivals in reality. Red Bull knows how destabilising that can be. Verstappen, operating as the lone wolf of his team, can focus entirely on execution. McLaren, on the other hand, must balance team orders, race strategies, and egos. One misstep, one misjudged pit call, or one on-track clash could swing momentum entirely. The psychological warfare between teams is intensifying, and Verstappen is a master at exploiting cracks when they appear. Meanwhile, Red Bull's upgrades could hold the key to unexpected late-season strength. The revised floor and cooling systems were specifically designed to handle Mexico's thin air, a test that also provides valuable data for upcoming circuits with similar demands. Mickey's has hinted that these upgrades aren't just band-aids. They're data-driven experiments that could unlock performance on multiple fronts. If Verstappen finds just a few tenths of a second per lap, that could transform a podium car into a race-winning machine again. What's also intriguing is Red Bull's long-term confidence. Mickey's words, "It's not about performance, it's about learning," suggest the team views its 2025 campaign as an ongoing calibration exercise for 2026. This approach shows remarkable self-belief. They're playing the long game, ensuring every lesson from this turbulent season sharpens their next-generation car. In Formula One, success often comes down to systems and methodology, not just raw speed, and Red Bull knows that better than anyone. Yet despite all their forward thinking, the current title fight still burns bright. Verstappen's calm determination mirrors his 2021 persona, controlled, analytical, and lethal when opportunity strikes. McLaren might have momentum now, but Verstappen has experience, and that counts for everything when pressure peaks. The Dutchman has turned hopeless situations into triumphs before. With the gap narrowing again, every qualifying session, every pit stop, every strategy call will matter. What do you think? Is Red Bull's persistence a stroke of genius that could set up another dramatic title twist? Or is the team fighting a battle that's already lost? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you believe this championship is far from decided, make sure to subscribe, because the next few races could rewrite the story of 2025 entirely.